have in my hand the 40 watt LED panel light. It's basically 600 by 600 millimeters, or to be exact, 595 square. It's designed for use in office environments, and it's a direct replacement for the smaller fluorescent tube lighting. So it'd be the equivalent of a 72 watt fluorescent or a 4 by 8 watt T-tubes, okay? So some of the reasons that it's so fantastic. The first thing is the energy efficiency of it. So it's only using 40 watts as opposed to 72 in the past. The life expectancy of it as well is massively advantageous. It's 35,000 hours of continuous use. Indeed, Manhattan are selling this with a 5-year warranty. In terms of the rating on it, it's IP40. And in terms of the general design, build and quality on it, extremely good. And one of the final things on this, in terms of the price point it's coming in at, it's fantastic compared to the competitors on it. And it's simply the technology has moved on massively, and Manhattan are very much on the cutting edge of this. So you can see the general thing in it, but what often amazes people is if I just do a full rotation on this, we'll see that in terms of thickness, it's actually only 9 millimeters thick. And in terms of the complications of it, it just feeds directly into a transformer I'll show you in a minute, and that just feeds directly off the mains. So what we have here is, this is the unit. So what do you get when you buy this? Well, it comes as the following. It comes in this outer packaging here, okay? So once again, you'll be amazed by just how thin it is. So it's more or less like a pizza box in terms of its overall design. So inside of there, we have the main panel light unit, and we also have the transformer that comes with it within the one unit. So what comes here? Well, what we have here is we have the main transformer here, with a DC out and an AC in. And what we've done here is it comes with these two cables extended out of it, and there was a junction a cable joiner here. And what we've done that is we've just actually used that and run it directly off just a plug coming out of a 240 socket, okay? So if we look in the specifications here, we can see the output here is from 100 watts. Our input is from 100 to 240 volts, and the output on this is 27 to 42 volts, so 1 amp. So this is where we're getting our 40 amp rating on it. So what we've done is we've come along here to actually get this to work here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to line this up. I'm just going to get my lovely assistant here to go over and lock off the main lights. And then we're going to we have a secondary light here, we're just going to knock it off. And at that point, I'm just going to push this in. And what we'll do is, you can see here, it's just absolutely fantastic. You know, and just the ease of doing it. We had looked at earlier days of people who wanted to move away from fluorescent over to, we'll just knock the lights back on there. People who wanted to move from fluorescent over to LED, they could retrofit their existing holders and things like that. And that, of course, is an option. But something like this is fantastic. We do have a version that's double the length here, and that's also ideal. But the great thing about this here, we'll say, is if we look at the double length fluorescents, which are quite common in offices, what we're capable to do here is we can just come along and we can pick out one panel anywhere and just drop this exactly over somebody's PC, something like that. And we have what really is an attractive light to work with. So, you know, when we came along, when we saw these, we said we just had to add them to the range simply because we just know they'll do it. And the other thing about it is the price point are coming in when we price checked it against competitors in the market. It really blows everything away. So that's it anyway, an overview of the 40 watt LED panel light 600 by 600 that's available on the electrical section on freetv.ie.